Hello people, welcome to a new video. It's been a long time I did not post anything, and I have a bunch of ideas pending for presentation. It's just I was extremely busy with my full-time job and then CFA Level 2 studies. For example, I have to do an update on the Canadian immigration statistics, been a while, then my CFA Level 2 results, and of course you guys might have seen those CFA Level 2 podcasts that I've been doing using generative AI. And then the other project I have is the LinkedIn bot that now uses artificial intelligence to apply for jobs. So I'll just post separate videos. So for now, let's go quickly into my CFA Level 2 results. So it was my first attempt. I wrote exam in August this year. I failed, as you can see here, and it's a very short margin of 65 points. Now, mainly, I have a full-time job. I'm married. I've got kids. This is the best I could do to handle this course. Unfortunately, I failed, and I think I would blame, or the reason actually, it's not a blame. The reason is that lack of practice. I have a full-time job, around 10, 11 hours daily, working over weekends and so on. And then now, anyways, I'm thinking to take May 2026 window. But then I'm in a yes or no situation because all of my other projects that I do in Python, my guitar practice, my gaming, I had to stop gaming, by the way. I play enlisted. I had to stop this for almost a year because of CFA. And then I have some traveling plans. Everything has been pending. So I'm just debating myself whether to go for May. Most probably I'll go because this is not a big margin to fail. I just need some practice, and I'm sure I'll crack the exam. So this is my results and how I was able to achieve this. I'm just talking about from my perspective as a full-time job at a director level, spending about 10 to 11 hours at work. If you add commute, it's easily 11 to 12 hours on average. So basically what I did actually, first of all, I used IFT's videos, and I had my own bullet notes from those videos. And then I used ChatGPT to expand those bullet notes into Twitter style kind of paragraphs. And then I uploaded my notes into Notebook from Google. It's a very, very decent thing. The key difference between ChatGPT and Notebook is that Notebook is a RAG-based implementation of generative AI. RAG is retrieval augmented generation. And the good benefit or the good thing about RAG is that it ring fences or grounds the sources that you upload yourself. So this generative AI will not go beyond whatever you upload as a source. I'll just do a small quick demo so you can do it on your own. And then the idea was that I have a acute shortage of time. So my idea was to generate podcasts and listen to them while driving, while trying to sleep, maybe eating. And that's the only way I prepared. I used to watch videos at 1.5x or 2x speed, and then the only thing I had was this podcast. So basically, this is the list you might have seen on my channel. Now, how I managed to do this is this actually. So, for example, this is the Notebook LM. It's free. It's a quite decent tool. You just upload your source, and then this generative AI will give you responses. Basically, you can talk to your document or whatever you upload, and it will not go beyond this document. And then by that time, I'm one of the early adopters, and that time I only had audio overview option, and I would just upload my notes after enhancing with ChatGPT, and then I will just generate audio overview. Initially, these audio overviews were on my mobile. And then I decided for some reason to upload to help everybody because there are many people like me who are working full-time jobs, have families and kids, and they have to take the exam. So, but now as we speak today, this tool has been enhanced in a good detail. So, for example, if you generate audio overview, you can do some customizations to your style. You can also choose languages. I am not sure if they added Hindi and Urdu, but you can look up the list here. Most probably Hindi and Urdu are not there. And then they have done the added the audio overview is quite primitive, not really useful. It just makes static slides, and then there's a background voice talking about those points. Mind map is a quite decent tool. Reports were not there, something new for me. Flashcards is new for me. So you can just give it a try. It's free. Just upload your notes or PDF, whatever you are doing, into this tool, and then you can do wonders, especially for revisions and whatnot. So this is the thing I wanted to talk about, and that's how I prepared these podcasts. So I hope it helps, and I'll see you shortly in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.